A journey through the four. A journey through the four regions. The magic of Pattaya Floating Market.
Hi everyone. Imagine for a moment that you are standing on a weathered teak wood bridge. Below you, the murky but life-giving green water ripples as a slender wooden boat glides past. The air is thick with the sweet scent of mango sticky rice and the savory, smoky aroma of grilled satay. You hear the rhythmic thwack of a Muay Thai demonstration in the distance and the gentle chatter of vendors calling out from their vessels.
You haven't just stepped into a market, you've stepped into the living part of Thai tradition. Today, I want to take you on a journey to the Pattaya Floating Market, also known as the Four Regions. It is a place where the history of Thailand's waterways meets the vibrant energy of modern tourism, offering a snapshot of an entire kingdom in a single act. To understand the Pattaya Floating Market, we have to look at why it exists. Unlike some of the ancient markets near Bangkok that grew organically over centuries, the Pattaya Market was a visionary project established in 2008. Spanning over 100,000 square meters, it was designed specifically to be a cultural conservation site. For centuries, Thailand was known as the Venice of the East. Before the era of concrete highways and high-speed rail, the rivers and clogs, canals, were the country's veins. People didn't just live near the water, they lived on it. The Pattaya Floating Market was built to preserve this riverside way of life that was slowly disappearing. What makes it unique is its four regions concept. Thailand is a diverse nation, and this market is continuously divided into four sections representing the north, northeast, or Isan, the central, and the south. As you walk or boat from one section to another, you'll notice the architecture change, the dialects of the vendors shift, and the crafts transform. It is, quite literally, a mini Thailand on stilts. As you explore the market, I want you to look at the buildings. In the northern section, you'll see houses with distinctive, pointed roofs, reflecting the simple, elegant Lana style. Move toward the southern zone, and the architecture becomes more intricate, featuring meticulous wood carvings that mirror the coastal influences of the peninsula. There are over 114 shops here, but they aren't your typical storefronts. Many are built on stilts directly over the water, connected by a labyrinth of wooden walkways and arched bridges. The best way to experience it, however, is not on foot. It's by hiring a traditional man-powered rowing boat. When you are low on the water, the scale of the market changes. You see the floating kitchens, small boats where a single vendor manages to navigate, cook, and serve hot bowls of noodles, all from a space no bigger than a bathtub. It is a masterclass in efficiency and tradition. Now, let's talk about the soul of any Thai market, the food. If you are a foodie, the Pattaya Floating Market is your paradise. In the central region, you'll find the classics. Pad Thai, steaming with tamarind sauce, and the world-famous boat noodles, served in small bowls with a rich, herbal broth. As you drift into the northeast, Isan section, flavors get bolder. You'll smell the zingy lime and chili of somtu, papaya salad, and see golden brown grilled chicken. For the brave explorers in the audience, this market offers some truly exotic choices. Have you ever tried crocodile satay? It's a local specialty here, often grilled right on the boats. Or perhaps you prefer the crunch of fried insects, a traditional protein source in the East. But if you have a sweet tooth, don't worry. You must try the kanon krop, those small, addictive coconut pancakes, or a scoop of coconut ice cream served in a real coconut shell. These aren't just snacks. They are recipes passed down through generations, cooked with the same techniques used 100 years ago. Beyond the food, the market is a hub for Thai craftsmanship. This isn't the place for mass-produced plastic souvenirs. Instead, you'll find intricate wood carvings from the north,
Hand-woven silks and textiles,
silverware and traditional Thai handbags. But the market is also a stage. Every day, the waterways turn into a theater. One of the most popular attractions is sea boxing, Muay Thai. Imagine two fighters balanced on a slip. The rivers were the first to be populated. Thus, most communities in Thailand were built at the sides of rivers. The waterways served as means of transportation and the center of economic activity as well. Boats were mainly used for local and regional trade, bringing goods from those that produced to those that could barter and trade. Such ways of life of the riverside communities, especially in the Chao Phraya River Basin, increased the number of floating markets.
Historically, the areas adjacent to the rivers were the first to be populated. Thus, most communities in Thailand were built at the sides of rivers. The waterways served as means of transportation and the center of economic activity as well. Boats were mainly used for local and regional trade, bringing goods from those that produced to those that could barter and trade. Such ways of life of the riverside communities, especially in the Chao Phraya River Basin, increased the number of floating markets. Floating markets became the hubs of the communities in the central plain of Thailand for centuries. In the Ayutthaya period, 1350 to 1767, due to the existence of several adjoining canals that were suitable for trading, they helped to gain popularity for this type of market. Early in the Ratanakosin period, 1782 to 1868, this kind of market was still lively with the crowds. Nonetheless, soon after the region grew and Bangkok began to develop, road and rail networks were increasingly constructed in place of the canals. This resulted in people choosing to travel by land instead of by water. Therefore, some of the floating markets were forced to move onto land, some were renovated, and some were closed down. Originally, the term meaning floating market in Thai used to be called Thai. Talatung Nam Ta, Latho, Ing Nam Lit. Transl, floor of the water market. Until in the reign of King Vajirabhut, Rama VI, therefore saying only Talanam. Notable floating markets. Amphawa Floating Market. Visitors on the boat watching fireflies at night at Amphawa Floating Market. Amphawa Floating Market is not as large as Damnoan Sarawak Floating Market, but it is more authentic, with visitors almost exclusively Thais. It is an evening floating market, but some stalls are opened at noon too. The market operates on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 1600 to around 2100 hours. It is in Amphawa district, Samut Songkhram province, 72 kilometers from Bangkok. Moreover, due to its popularity, the food stalls have grown from the riverbanks and stretched far into the surrounding buildings. Another popular activity in Amphawa district is to take a boat and watch the flickering fireflies at night, especially in the waxing moon nights. Damnoan Sarawak Floating Market. Damnoan Sarawak Floating Market in Damnoan Sarawak district is undoubtedly the largest and most well-known floating market among Thai and foreign tourists. It is located in Ratchaburi province, about 100 kilometers southwest of Bangkok. The market is open every day from around 6:30 to 1100 hours, but the best time to visit is in the early morning. The market is crowded with hundreds of vendors and purchasers floating in their small boats, selling and buying agricultural products and local food, which are mostly brought from their own nearby orchards. It is a very attractive place for tourists to see the old style and traditional way of selling and buying goods. Don Wai Floating Market. Don Wai Floating Market is not far from Bangkok in Sam Phan District, Nakhon Pathom Province on the Tha Chin River. This market is famous for a variety of foods such as stewed Java barb and salty soup, especially Chinese stewed duck. Moreover, it is not far from one of the most prominent temples of Nakhon Pathom, Wat Rai King, which can be reached by boat on the Tha Chin River. Klong Hai Floating Market. Klong Hai Floating Market is the first and only floating market in southern Thailand presently. Located in Pat Yai District, Songkhla Province, it is unique in that it blends between Buddhist Thai and Muslim cultures. Kwan Riem Floating Market. Quan Riem Floating Market is in Minburi District, Bangkok, near Klong San Set. Its name comes from the name of characters in a popular Thai romance drama novel titled Play Cow, as Klong San Sayet was used as the backdrop of this novel. Taling Chan Floating Market, also in Bangkok, is located near Klong Chak Phra, in front of Taling Chan District Office adjacent to the Southern Railway. The market is open only on Saturdays, Sundays, and public holidays. Visitors can also take a boat from here to other attractions in this area, such as other floating markets, or pay homage to Luang Po Dang, an ancient sacred Buddha image at a nearby Wat Chang Lek temple. The market is also one of 6 no-smoking areas in Bangkok's project in 2019. 4-region floating market CPOC. Floating market or Pattaya Floating Market. Another charm of Pattaya is the 4-region floating market, cultural and tourist attractions. It is the center of a variety of activities regarding conservation of art and culture. 4 Regions Floating Market had collect all 4 good products here blended perfectly. The source of local handicrafts and cultural tourist attractions combined into one place, considered a new shopping area with unique selling points.